Okay, what you're going to notice is that when I called this place up, this lady Monica said that she believes that half of the residents come back and serve as servant leaders. So that does not sound right to me. If you have emotional problems, you have mental problems, you have drug and alcohol problems, and you have to go to a mental health facility for over a year, the last thing most people want to do is then stay there for another year on an extremely low salary and then go through that program again. So to be very direct about this, what they do is the MK Ultra program will of course have their people as directors and staff members there. They will have their people acting in the roles of servant leaders, and they will also have their people acting in the role of residents, and they will bring in one target. And like I said before, this is the military's religion: breaking people, taking strong people who think they have rights, who have morality, who have principles, and then breaking them down and destroying them. And that is their religion in these military secret societies and these programs like MK Ultra. You could see this guy's shirt. It says 1 cross plus 3 nails equals forgiven. Meaning you take a Christ figure and you nail the person to a cross. That's how you get forgiven. Jesus needs to die for their sins. That's their belief. They go find a Christ figure and they torture them and they beat them up until that person is crazy or that person is extremely disturbed, and then they attack and they kill that person. In the military, in these MK Ultra mind control programs, in these military secret societies, that is their religion. Going after the strongest people they could find in a society, breaking them down and then destroying them. And the military right now is being funded by corporations from different countries to attack their own civilians. And this is how they do it. This is what gives them reason to do it. They have a religious or a ritualistic process that makes them feel good about attacking someone that was stronger than them, had better morals than them, had better principles than them, and actually tried to get a few things right. The military doesn't like those people. They like broken people that are very weak and very scared about standing up and being a leader. They do not like individuals in the military. And they want to set an example to all their little military followers what happens to the leader. You want to act like a leader? You want to act like Christ? Then we'll treat you like Christ. And we'll beat you and execute you. Does anybody else want to be like Christ? That's their religion. They hate leaders. In the military, they hate leaders. They love broken, hopeless, and helpless people who are scared to go against the military herd. So what the military will do is they'll have different things planned to disturb the servant leader, the outsider that they bring in. So this person caught their eye or pissed them off because they stood up for themselves or other people at a different job. Maybe at the state benefit office, they were outspoken. Maybe they tried to put them under a certain level of mind control and they resisted. So now they're going to surround them with their people. And these half-wits love the whole process of breaking people so that they don't even have their own mind. And they just have to follow orders. That's what the military likes. That's no surprise there. They show you that again and again in theater. You got morals, you got your own mind, the military will all attack you. They don't want that. They want half-wit, brain-dead, soulless idiots that will do whatever they're commanded to do. And they're always commanded to do the same thing. And that's invade foreign lands and kill the civilians over there. So their religion is, how could I break this person, or how could I control this person? Yeah, this one's pretty strong. Who's going to be the tough guy in the military to eventually break that person? So what they'll do is, if they can't break you in society, they can try to put you under mind control. They can try to mess with you, but you still maintain yourself as a strong and honorable guy living at your grandma's house and working for a construction company. Well, they'll have to get you fired from that construction company. They'll have to try to get you evicted from your apartment house. or wait for your grandma to die and you're on the street and then you have nowhere to go because they won't hire you because you're unlucky enough to wind up in a place like Hillsborough. And you don't know it, but everybody in that town is controlled. It's a secret society of military goons, and nobody will hire you. And your landlord wants to evict you because you're not paying rent. And you cannot find a job anywhere. And then you see that his mansion keeps on advertising that they will hire you as a servant leader for $400 a month, plus room and board. So you read through the website real quickly, and you think that for the most part that sounds okay. But then you're moved into a facility. The same thing as being moved onto a military base. That is basically a covert military base involved in mind control experiments. So I don't know how much information is on the internet these days because they've removed a lot of information. But back about 15 years ago, in 2005, 2010, if you research mind control, they would tell you that the military started their experiments on military bases, of course, and in mental hospitals and prisons. And who do they experiment on? Those people that had principles, those people who had intelligence, those people that like to use their own brain and try to do the right thing, those people who were not easily scared, those people who were not afraid of standing out and demanding their fair rights for themselves and for other people. Those became the targets. Those are the people that need mind control. Not the little brain-dead simpletons that look like they have mild Down syndrome. Those guys were always the chosen few for the military, for secret societies, and programs like MK Ultra. They always followed orders. They never had a problem at all with these people. You didn't even have to break this guy in. He came here as a soulless, brain-dead idiot that would do any cruel thing to anybody else. So if you want to trace how that guy had it growing up, it'll be no surprise to find out that he was a victim of child abuse and was child abused by his caretakers, by his uncles and dads who were also military nuts too. That is why it is important for these militaries to have these secret societies that are all into abuse, trauma-based mind control, ritual abuse, sexual abuse, incest, because that creates the best little slaves for the military. They never have a problem with those people. And that is who you will be surrounded by if you become a target and brought into one of these facilities like his mansion. And some of these guys will act like they're your friend. They'll have different roles given to them, but they will drug you. They'll make sure that you are deprived from getting adequate sleep. They'll disturb you. They'll place you in situations where you have to confront people as your job title in the dorm who are doing crazy things. And then you will be forced to defend yourself in some group. So it's going to be a constant attack on your psyche by these military people, by the MK Ultra program. And what they find that they do not like about strong and regular people, they like to be alone. You know what? I had a rough day. I just want to punch out and go spend some time alone. I got to think things through. Cults and secret societies do not like that. If you research secret societies and cults, they hate individuals that spend time alone. These mind control cults, which are all military-run secret societies, all practice the same thing. And that is to constantly overwork and surround their people with other cult members at all times. They do not want you to have any free time on your own. They do not like any individual expression whatsoever. It's always on the herd. It's always on the group. So they'll teach these people, if you have trouble, you got to run to church and get down on your knees and pray with others. If you're having trouble, you have to run to your military boss. You have to run to your handler. You got to run to the circle of people that have been assigned to you and ask for help. Always run to the group. Always grovel before the military if you're having trouble. Strong people will be like, you know what? I'm going to go over here and I'm going to take a few minutes to figure things out. And I'll figure out how to get things right on my own. That's what any strong person will tell you. What are you going to do about it? I don't know. What should I do? You have to make that decision on your own. You got to think and come up with your own solution, because I will not always be here for you. The military isn't like that. You come grovel to the fat, inbred retard that thinks it's great to have shirts that say 1 cross, 3 nails. Hammer Christ to the cross and be forgiven. Go after the strong people. Show everybody else why they need to be destroyed. And then you will be forgiven by the herd of military scum. That's their religion. So this military society practice the most depraved, sinister, and evil acts. They really hate a good guy when a good guy comes along. Nothing makes them feel better than to crucify a good guy. That is their religion. And it goes all the way through the military, all the way through these secret societies like the Freemasons and the Odd Fellows and these Roman Catholic secret societies, all the way through religion, the world's biggest religions, all the way to the Roman Catholic Church, all through all the cults that you ever heard about, where masses of people wound up dead doing crazy things. These were all mind control experiments conducted by the U.S. military under the guidance of the Roman Catholic Church. And these are their people. They don't want intelligent, strong people. They want a race of scared, dumbed down, lunatic inbreds. So they will set up one scenario after the next in a place like this to try to break you down and get you to do the wrong thing. Eventually, after drugging you for weeks or months and telling you that everything that you're doing is wrong, all the advice that you have is wrong, everything that you've ever known or heard to do from strong, good people is wrong. You have to learn to do what all these broken, hopeless, helpless, loveless people have done. And their answer is always the same: subservience. You don't have to understand why things are the way they are. You don't need an answer. You don't need to know the right way. You just have to put your trust in their fake society and then go grovel with the group and put your faith in the religion. Everything is out of your control. You have no idea what's going on, but you'll be left alone if you know who to go bow down with and say everything is in their control. That's what they're looking for. And that goes against everything real people are taught in their life about how to figure things out